Good morning, students. In a previous class, that is a class 1 for the chapter Ionic Equilibrium, I already cover the fundamental terms. What do you mean by ionic equilibrium? What is electrolyte, non-electrolyte, weak electrolyte, strong electrolyte? What do you mean by degree of dissociation or degree of ionization? Ostwald dilution law, and the well-known theories based upon the acid and bases, that is Arrhenius theory, Bronsted-Lowry theory, and the modern theory that is based upon electronic concept that is known as Lewis theory for acid and bases. Today, that is class 2 for this chapter. I will try to complete another fundamental terms, that is, what do you mean by strength of an acid? What do you mean by ionic product of water? And the most important thing is the pH. What is a pH? pOH. How to calculate a pH and the different formula basing upon this. So before going to today's class, let us recap the previous class. Mark that. What do you mean by the electrolyte? The substance infused or molten or in aqueous form contain ion and hence conduct electricity, known as electrolyte. If in this condition the substance do not possess any ion and hence not conduct electricity, known as non-electrolyte. Again, electrolyte is of two types, weak and strong. If the extent of ionization, if the extent of dissociation is maximum, that is degree of dissociation or degree of ionization, that is alpha is equal to 1, then known as strong electrolyte. If alpha less than 1, known as weak electrolyte. You know what is alpha? That is degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. What do you mean by that? The fraction of molecule dissociated into ion divided by total number of molecule taken is known as a degree of dissociation or degree of ionization. Next, the concept of acid and bases. The oldest one, the Arrhenius theory. According to this theory, acid is a substance, is a molecule which when dissolved in water provide H plus ion. Similarly, base is a molecule which when dissolved in water provide OH minus ion. And according to this theory, whenever an acid combines with a base, neutralization takes place, resulting in the formation of salt and water. Next, according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, two independent scientists, J.M. Bronsted and J.N. Lowry, according to him, acid is defined as a species, it may be molecule or ion, not necessary any medium, which donate a proton, means H plus ion, while base is a species, molecule or ion, which accept a proton. And according to this theory, whenever an acid combines with a base, no neutralization takes place, rather resulting in the formation of another pair of acid and a base. That means acid, after donating proton, what is left? Known as conjugate base. Base, after accepting a proton, what is left? That is known as conjugate acid. So acid and conjugate base, base and conjugate acid, this pair is known as conjugate pair, which differ by a proton. Already we cover, if acid is strong, then conjugate base is weak. If base is weak, then conjugate acid is strong. Then some species are there which behave at a time acid as well as base, that is known as amphoteric or amphiprotic substance. Next, last one is the modern theory. the concept based upon electronic theory, that is Lewis theory. According to this theory, acids are electron deficient species while base are electron rich species. That means some category are there. There are 4 different category which are comes under electron deficient species known as Lewis acid. That is category 1 on simple cation. Category 2, the neutral molecule where central atom is electron deficient species. Point 3, the molecule differ in electronegativity. The molecule bonded with a multiple bond which differ in electronegativity. And point 4, the molecule where central atom possesses a vacant d orbital. All the category are electron deficient species known as Lewis acid. Similarly, the electron rich species are known as Lewis bases. There are 2 categories. Point 1, all simple anions. And point 2, the molecules, neutral molecules where central atom is electron rich species. And point 3, according to this theory, whenever an acid combines with a base, resulting in the formation of coordinate covalent bond or dative bond. It is all about the theories of acid and base. So today, we start the today topic. The first one is, what do you mean by strength of an acid base? That is, strength of an acid and bases. Acid and base. We know, according to Arrhenius theory, we know that according to Arrhenius theory, acid is a substance molecule which when dissolved in water produce H plus ion. Similarly, base is a species, that is a molecule which dissolved in water produce OH minus ion. So higher the H plus ion given by an acid, higher is the strength. Higher the OH minus ion given by a base, known as higher is strength. So if we compare, next, if we compare the relative acidic nature between the 2 acids, similarly relative basic nature between the 2 bases with same concentration as C, then it has been observed that alpha 1 by alpha 2 for acid, that is Ka1 by Ka2 square root over, where Ka is known as ionization constant or dissociation constant for an acid, and alpha 1 and 2 are the degree of ionization or degree of dissociation for the 2 acid, weak acid or weak electrolyte. Mark that alpha 1 by alpha 2 is equal to square root over of K1 by K2. Similarly, if we consider the degree of dissociation as it is the measure of strength of acid, then we say that the strength of an acid, then we say that the strength of an acid A1 by A2, binary component, if we say HA1 by strength of an acid HA2, the symbolic representation of an acid HA. Why it is known as HA? Because mark that HA when ionizes gives H plus ion. As it gives H plus ion, it is known as acid. Similarly, symbolic notation for base, that is BOH. Mark that when it ionizes, it produces OH minus ion. So symbolic notation for base is BOH, symbolic notation for acid is HA. So mark that if two acid HA1 and HA2, then strength of an acid HA1 by strength of an acid HA2 is equal to square root over of dissociation constant Ka1 by Ka2. Mark that it is the relationship to measure the degree of strength of an acid and a bases, the relative strength of an weak acid and weak bases. Similarly, we can also write the strength of an base. Similarly, we can also write If we compare the weak base, one also able to write, that is the strength of a base. Strength of a base BOH 1 by strength of a base BOH 2 is equal to KB1 divided by KB2 whole square root over this one. The formula to calculate the relative strength of a weak acid and weak bases. I repeat again, acid is 1 according to Arrhenius theory, which on a dissolve in water produce H plus ion. Similarly, base is 1 which dissolve in water produce OH minus ion. Then the formula to calculate the degree of dissociation, degree of ionization or a relative strength of an acid and bases. Next, we move to another term, that is ionic product of water. Next one is ionic product of water. Next one is ionic product of water, that is Kw. Mark that. What do you mean by the term ionic product of water? Mark that. We know water is an weak electrolyte, so it ionizes feebly or partially. Mark that. H2O, reversible sign, H plus ion plus OH minus ion. Never worry about writing this one. I remind you, student, it is the phase 1. Clarify your concept. Next, in phase 2, engage in writing. Okay, good. So H plus ion water is a weak electrolyte, so dissociate partially. Then applying law of chemical equilibrium, then K is equal to H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. H2O liquid, it is aqueous concentration. On square multiplication, on cross multiplication, K into H2O liquid is equal to H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. We know water is a weak electrolyte. I repeat again, it is a weak electrolyte. So, very small extent of its dissociate into H plus and OH minus ion. That's why what change in concentration? Its concentration taken as a constant. So, constant into constant, another constant, that is Kw, known as ionic product of water. So, this Kw is known as ionic product of water. I repeat again, its concentration, as is a weak electrolyte, its concentration taken as a constant. Constant into another constant is Kw is known as another constant, which is known as ionic product of water. So from this expression it is clear that ionic product of water is defined as the product of a molar concentration of H plus ion and OH minus ion. As we know, H plus ion does not exist independently water. That means it immediately combine with water to form H3O plus ion concentration. Therefore, one can also write Kw is equal to H3O plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. And it has been observed that at a room temperature, that is 25 degrees centigrade, the value of ionic product of water is equal to 1.008 into 10 to the power minus 14 moles per liter 2. Mark that. For simplicity, while solving problem, neglecting 1.008, you simply write that is 10 to the power minus 14. That is the value of Kw. So from this expression also it is clear that ionic product of water is defined as the product of molar concentration of H plus ion into OH minus ion, or the H3O plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. Okay. So from this also it is clear that, mark that is KH plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration is equal to KW, mark that. One can also derive some relationship is equal to KW is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. That means if H plus ion concentration is given, then one can calculate OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 by H plus ion concentration. Similarly, H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 14 by OH minus ion concentration. These are some relationship while solving some problem. Okay. Next, switch over to another important term that is known as pH. Mark that. Most important term that is known as pH, power of hydrogen at ion concentration. What do we mean by pH? Already covered in class 9 or 10 perhaps. pH is nothing but a negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration, or also one can write pH is equal to negative logarithm of H3O plus ion concentration. Okay. Similarly, one can write POH is equal to negative logarithm of OH minus ion concentration. As a result of which we know pH plus POH is equal to 14. The relationship pH plus POH is equal to 14. If pH of a solution is given, then POH is equal to 14 minus pH. Then pH is equal to 14 minus POH. These are different expressions for solving the problem. Mark that. If H plus ion concentration is given, then pH is equal to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. Similarly, if H plus ion concentration is given, pH is equal to this much. On the other hand, if pH is given, mark that, if pH is given, then H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus pH. These are some relationship. First one, I remind again, if H plus ion concentration is given, then pH is equal to negative logarithm of H plus ion concentration. On the other hand, if pH is given, then H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus pH. Similarly, if POH is given, then OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus POH. Again, as we know, that is H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration is equal to KW is equal to 10 to the power minus 14. Okay. Then multiplying, taking logarithm in both sides, we have log A into B is equal to log A plus log B. Mark that. Log H plus ion concentration plus log OH minus ion concentration is equal to log KW is equal to log by taking log, then it transfer to minus 14. Then multiplying negative sign to each term, this one is minus log H plus ion, that is pH, plus this one minus log OH minus ion, that is POH, is equal to minus log Kw, that is pKw, is equal to 14. Mark that another relationship, that is pH plus POH is equal to pKw is equal to 14. That means if pH is given, then POH is equal to 14 minus POH. If POH is given, then pH is equal to 14 minus POH. Next we switch over to another one term, that is known as a pH scale. Mark that, another important term, that is known as pH scale. Mark that. It is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is neutral. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. If we move in this way, then it is known as acidic. If we move in this way, then it is known as basic, and it is known as neutral. Mark that, it is increasing acidic nature, it is neutral. If we move here, they are increasing basic nature. And the most important thing is that pH of neutral water, pH of pure neutral water, that is 7. Remember that any solution having pH less than 7 known as acidic, any solution having pH greater than 7 known as basic. It is a little idea about the pH. Phase 1 is over, students. Next, move to the phase 2. So before going to write the definition are there, it is better to recap some problems relating to this concept. Let us discuss one by one. Next, switch over to some numerical part. Mark that, try to solve one by one. The first and second dissociation constant of an acid is given. Two dissociation constant is given, that is Ka1 and Ka2. Mark that. Given answer, given Ka1 is equal to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 5, and Ka2, it is known as Ka1 and Ka2 is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus 10 respectively. Calculate the overall dissociation constant. We know that overall dissociation constant, that is Ka is equal to Ka1 into Ka2. Mark that. If for an weak acid 2 to 3 n number of dissociation constant are given, then overall dissociation constant is equal to multiplication of all the dissociation constant. Okay, good. So multiply this one, 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 5 into 5 into 10 to the power minus 10 is equal to 5 into 10 to the power minus, multiply this one, 5 into 1, that is 5, then 10 to the power minus 10 into 10 to the power, that is minus 15. This is overall dissociation constant. Okay? Any doubt? No doubt. Good. Move to the next question. Mark that, what is the next question? Mark that, what is the next question? Calculate H plus ion concentration. Next question is, calculate H plus ion concentration of 0.2 molar solution of an weak acid having dissociation constant. Dissociation constant is given. We know that if dissociation constant is given, then H plus ion concentration is equal to, we know, then H plus ion concentration is equal to Ka into C square root over. It is the formula to calculate the H plus ion concentration. K given, that is 2. What is the value? 2 into 10 to the power minus 5 into C, that is concentration 0.2 root over. If we simplify this value, then it is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3, that is 2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Then H plus ion concentration in moles per dm, decimeter cube, that is mole per dm cube. This one is the H plus ion concentration of a weak acid whose dissociation constant is given. Okay. Move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. What is the next question? The Ka, the dissociation constant of acetic acid. Mark that. The dissociation constant for acetic acid at 25 degrees centigrade is 1.75 into 10 to the power minus 5. Calculate the H plus ion concentration of 0.1 molar solution of acetic acid. We know that the formula, that is, we know that answer. We know that Ka is equal to C alpha square for weak acid, for dilute, for very dilute solution of weak acid. We know that formula Ka is equal to C alpha square. So Ka is given, that is 1.75 into 10 to the power minus 5 is equal to C, concentration given 0.1 into alpha square. So if we find out alpha square is equal to this one transport this one, that is 1.75 into 10 to the power minus 6. If we calculate alpha, then square root over this one, then value of alpha. If we calculate alpha, alpha is equal to 1.32 into 10 to the power minus 2. The value of alpha is equal to 1.32 into 10 to the power minus 2. Again, we know that H plus ion concentration, again we know that H plus ion concentration is equal to C alpha. C is given, that is C is given, that is 0.1, and alpha we know 1.32 into 10 to the power minus 2. This is equal to 1.32 into 10 to the power minus 3. This is known as H plus ion concentration for the acetic acid. Now it is the H plus ion concentration for acetic acid in moles per liter. Okay. Move to the next one. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. Next question. What will be the percentage of dissociation constant? Mark that. Next question. What will be the percentage of dissociation constant of 1 molar acetic acid solution at equilibrium having dissociation constant is given? Dissociation constant is given. We know answer. We know that Ka is equal to C alpha square. We know that the relationship Ka is equal to C alpha square. Ka given, that is 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5 is equal to C is given 1 into alpha square. Then we have to calculate alpha. Alpha is equal to 1.8 into 10 to the power minus 5 root over. We have to calculate this value. This value is nearly equal to, this value is nearly equal to 4.2 into 10 to the power minus 3, nearly equal to 4.2 into 10 to the power minus 3. Then question is calculate the percentage of dissociation. So if we multiply this one, then multiply 100, then percentage of dissociation. Percentage of dissociation is equal to 0.42. It is the percentage of dissociation of the 1 molar acetic acid solution at equilibrium. Okay, move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? 0.01 molar solution of monobasic acid dissociate to the extent of 10%. Then calculate the dissociation constant. We know that for an weak acid, dissociation constant Ka is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. It is the formula for calculating the dissociation constant, that is Ka is equal to C alpha square by 1 minus alpha. Okay, by putting this value C given, that is 0.01 into alpha, that is dissociate 10%, means 0.1 square by 1 minus 0.1. On solving this value, the expected answer is 1.11 into 10 to the power minus 4. This is the percentage of dissociation, that is the dissociation constant for weak acid, 1.11 into 10 to the power minus 4. It is a little idea about the problem basing upon the Ostwald dilution law. Now move to solve that another type of numerical basing upon theories of acid and bases. Mark that. Classify the following species into Lewis acid and Lewis bases. We know that electron deficient species are known as Lewis acid. Electron rich species are known as Lewis bases. So here Lewis acid and Lewis bases. So mark that it is electron rich species, so known as Lewis base. Electron rich species, Lewis base. Electron deficient species, Lewis acid. Is the neutral molecule where central atom is electron deficient species, BCl3, Lewis acid. BF3 also neutral molecule when central atom is electron deficient species, Lewis acid. SnCl4, that is a molecule where central atom possesses a vacant d orbital, electron deficient species, SnCl4. CO, multiple bonded is our electron rich species, Lewis base. It is electron deficient species, Lewis acid. NH3, electron rich species, that is Lewis base. These are the classification of Lewis acid into Lewis bases. Okay, good. Move to the next one. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. Write down the conjugate acid. What is the next question? Write down the conjugate acid of the following Bronsted bases. Mark that. The well-known concept. That means if acid is given, how we calculate its conjugate base, and if base is given, how we calculate conjugate acid. Means here base is given, we have to calculate conjugate acid. One formula is there, that is conjugate acid is equal to base plus proton. Conjugate acid, that is Ca, conjugate acid, we know conjugate acid is equal to base plus proton. So for this one is NH2 minus plus proton is equal to NH3. This one NH3 plus proton give rise to NH4 plus. This one HCO minus plus proton give rise to formic acid HCOH. This one carbonate ion CO3 2 minus plus proton give rise to bicarbonate ion. This one bisulfate ion HSO4 minus plus H plus give rise to sulfuric acid. These are the following conjugate acid of the given bases. Okay, move to the next question. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. What is the next question? Write what will be the conjugate base of the following acid. Previous one is base is given. We have to calculate the conjugate acid. Now acid is given. We have to calculate conjugate base. So here formula is there. That is conjugate base is equal to acid minus proton. Here conjugate base, we have to calculate conjugate base is equal to acid minus proton. So HF minus proton give rise to F minus. H2SO4 minus proton give rise to HSO4 minus. HCO3 minus proton give rise to CO3 2 minus. HSO4 minus proton give rise to SO4 2 minus. These are the conjugate bases of the following Bronsted acid. Okay, move to the next one. Mark that. What is the next question? Mark that. All areneous acids are also Bronsted acid. Question is, all areneous acids are Bronsted acid, but all areneous bases are not Bronsted bases. Explain. I repeat again. All areneous acid are Bronsted acid. What is areneous acid? According to Arrhenius theory, acid is one which on dissolve in water provide H plus ion. And according to Bronsted-Lowry theory, acid gives proton. Proton is equivalent to H plus ion. Since both the concept remain same, therefore all areneous acid are also areneous. All areneous acid are also Bronsted acid because both the concept remain same. But Arrhenius, according to Arrhenius theory, base is one which dissociate in water give OH minus ion. While according to Bronsted theory, base is one which accept a proton. That means all the species which donate OH minus ion may not accept a proton. Suitable example, if we select sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide, when ionization water produce OH minus ion. So it is known as areneous bases. Areneous base. But NaOH unable to receive a proton. That means all areneous acids are also Bronsted acid, while all areneous bases may not be Bronsted bases. Okay. Similarly, it is a homework to you. Mark that. Next one. All Bronsted bases are also Lewis bases. Same concept. Basing upon the concept, try to solve unless we discuss in doubt clearing class. Mark that. All the Bronsted bases are also Lewis bases, but all Bronsted acid are not Lewis acid. I remind you again, go through the concept. What is the concept? Then try to answer, try to find out the answer. If yes, good. If not also, we discuss next coming doubt clearing class. Next, switch over to the classification of solvent. Note down some important point. Classification of solvent. That is 3 column is there. One is name of the solvent, then its characteristics, then some examples. One is protophilic. What do we know protophilic? That means its characteristic tendency to accept a proton. The solvent whose tendency to accept a proton known as a protophilic. Example, H2O, liquid ammonia, methyl alcohol, etc. Next one is protogenic. The solvent is known as a protogenic if a tendency to donate a proton. Proton means H plus ion. Example, water, acetic acid, HCl, etc. Third one is amphiprotic, amphoteric as well as amphiprotic. Amphiprotic means act both tendency to accept a proton, also tendency to donate a proton. Example, water, ammonia, methyl alcohol, etc. And last one is aprotic. A solvent is aprotic. Neither tendency to donate a proton nor tendency to accept a proton. Example is benzene. It is important for multiple choice. These are the classification of solvent. Next is dissociation constant, or what do we know, ionic product of water. We know water is a weak electrolyte. Mark that. We know that. Pure water is a weak electrolyte. So it dissociates ion to a very small extent. Mark that. H2O reversible sign, H plus and OH minus ion. So applying the law of chemical equilibrium, we have that is K is equal to product of molar concentration of product species, that is H plus ion into OH minus ion by water, equation 1. As we know, water is a very weak electrolyte, so it dissociates very slowly. That means we assume that the concentration of water taken as a constant. Mark that. Here K is known as a dissociation constant of water. Since water is ionized to very small extent, therefore concentration of water taken as a constant. Hence, the above equation may be represented as cross multiplication K into H2O. As it is a constant, it is a constant into another constant known as Kw, ionic product of water, is equal to product of H plus ion concentration and also OH minus ion concentration. Or we can say Kw is equal to H3O plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration. Hence, ionic product of water may be defined as the product of molar concentration of H plus ion and OH minus ion. Its value is constant at a constant temperature. Experimentally, it is found that at a room temperature, that is 25 degrees centigrade, its value is found to be 1.008 into 10 to the power minus 14. That means we can write normally, that is Kw is equal to H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration, whose value is equal to nearly equal to 10 to the power minus 14. Next, note down what is the effect of temperature on ionic product of water. Mark that. We know that the degree of ionization of water increases with increase in temperature. Means H plus ion concentration and OH minus ion concentration increases with increase in temperature. Therefore, ionic product of water also increases with increase in temperature. Okay, some notable point, note down. We know H plus ion concentration into OH minus ion concentration is equal to Kw. So if OH minus ion concentration is given, then H plus ion concentration is equal to Kw by OH minus ion concentration. Similarly, OH minus ion concentration is equal to Kw by H plus ion concentration. For acidic solution, H plus ion concentration greater than that of OH minus ion. For basic solution, H plus ion lower than that of the OH minus ion concentration. And for neutral solution, H plus ion concentration is equal to that of OH minus ion concentration. And next, at room temperature, that is 25 degrees centigrade, the value of Kw is equal to 1.008 10 to the power minus 14 moles power 2 by liter power 2. So in case of pure water, next point, in case of pure water, H plus ion concentration is equal to that of OH minus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus 7 moles per liter. It is some important point relating to the ionic product of water. Next, come to the pH. What do we mean by pH? It is defined as the negative logarithm of H plus ion or H3O plus ion concentration. Mathematically, pH is equal to minus log base 10 H plus ion concentration is equal to minus log or is equal to minus log H3O plus ion concentration, or one can write pH is equal to log 1 by H plus ion concentration. So from this it is clear that H plus ion concentration is reciprocal to inversely to pH. So if increasing temperature, H plus ion concentration increases, and as H plus ion concentration is inversely to the pH, so increasing temperature pH value decreases. Okay, mark that. What is the effect of temperature on pH? We know that ionization increases with increase in temperature. Okay, as pH is inversely proportional to H plus ion concentration, therefore pH decreases with increase in temperature. One suitable example, pH of pure and neutral water is 7, while the pH of boiling water, though it is neutral, pH of boiling water is 6.56. Very, very important, note down. Next, some point is there. Ka, what is Ka? Minus log Ka. Kb, what is Kb? Minus log Kb. So Ka into Kb is equal to Kw. Similarly, pKa plus pKb is equal to pKw is equal to 14 at room temperature 25 degrees centigrade. Another point, pH plus pOH is equal to pKw is equal to 14. If pH of a solution, next point, if pH of a solution given, then H plus ion concentration is equal to 10 to the power minus pH. And last one, higher the value of Ka for an acid, higher the value of Ka or lower the value of pK, higher is the strength of an acid. Similarly, for a base, higher the value of pKb, higher the value of Kb or lower the value of pKb, higher the strength of the base. These are some important points relating to pH. Next class, switch over to some problems relating to pH.